Hey, West Coast 5. I just figured I would do a little recap for you so you guys have time to practice. I know some of us are getting stir crazy at home, so just something to work on while you were waiting to come back to class. West Coast 5 is all about stretch, and we also learned a couple patterns. The biggest thing we talked about with stretch is we did exercises. We imagined holding a railing. Okay, I'm doing the leader's footwork. Nino's doing the follower's footwork. Okay. We started with the 4 of our push break. So as a leader, I'm on my left foot, followers on the right foot. What we did is we did our 5 and 6, and instead of fully weight changing on 6 like we've learned thus far, we talked about just tapping the ball of your foot on 6. And then what we're doing is we're moving away from our imaginary railing on the and. Okay? Now, in order to facilitate that, we talked about, if we go back over to our 4, we talked about that we need to keep more of a bend in our arms so we have room to stretch away. Okay? The whole idea is we need to leave the hand partnership here. And if our pressure is a 5, so to speak, as we stretch, it's okay to go to about a 6. Okay? Now, we also talked about that stretch is coming from weight transition over the heel. We're not leaning back. So we're not achieving stretch by leaning or sticking out our bottom half. Okay? So this is our 4. We talked about doing the 5 and tap. And. Now leaders, for us, as soon as we go to the heel on and, we got to keep rolling. We're no longer stretching away from our arms, and we're leading 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 and tap, stretch, lead 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Followers for you. Nino's now leading me. Followers for you, when we're on our 4, when we're going our 5 and 6, we're doing the same thing the leaders are, stretching away and. And then as soon as the leaders lead, we move at the pace of the hands. Okay? So we talked about even though we're stretching, we don't want to launch forward. Okay? So even though we're stretching a rubber band, I'm still waiting 5 and 6, and I'm still waiting till the hands move. So followers, we talked about not getting anxious, not getting ahead of the leader, and waiting for the pace of that hand to actually move. Okay. Then we did what we call a yo-yo fold. Okay, so if I'm doing the leader's part, our walk. On the first walk, leaders, we leave the hand on the rail, walk. Second walk, we're prepping slightly away, walk. Okay, we're going to wrap up the follower, triple step. I'm making sure I'm behind the follower. My arm is wrapped around, connected here. I'm going to unwind, triple step. Okay, so with counts, leaders, we did 1, prep, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Okay, followers, your part. We did our shape walks 1, prepping our bodies 2, making sure the feet still stay on the track. Free arm has to go over because we're turning 3 and 4. And the leaders are going to unwind us. We have to back up to make sure we're still getting connection on 5 and 6. Okay, so if I do it from this direction, I'm taking 1, prepping 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Okay, the way we ended it is leaders just gave the followers a free spin, which was from our previous West Coast Swing class. And we did 1, prep, 2, free spin, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so something for you guys to practice while I've got some time away, and I look forward to seeing you all hopefully soon.